Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Who's Who? Episode 4 already? I'm slowly editing these and slowly trickling along with the videos, but I'm back. I've decided to downgrade my world. Instead of updating to 1.18 or 1.19 with the Warden in the Deep Dark, I decided to downgrade back to 1.18.2. So that way I still have access to cool mods like this, where I can get fun camera angles and where I can do other things like record videos and get those time lapses back to you. Because I figured Minecraft only had a few updates to it, and I'm gonna wait until the replay mod and mini HUD are out again. And it sounds like the coder creator of mini HUD has been using older game files, is what it sounds like. And so now that with all the updates to the systems and all those things, he's going to completely revamp the mod packs that I've been using. And he says it's going to take a while. So it could be the end of the month, things like that. And so I decided I will wait for those to come out before I update to 1.19 and get all those goodies with the Deep Dark. Plus, I'm not even there yet. I haven't even beat the End Dragon. I haven't even done anything like that. Maybe we'll get to that here shortly, but today's episode, I have been looking at several different things. I'm going to build something for my enchantment table. And now that we've gotten this custom river built, my shaders are a little off, so they got some funky glints. But now that I've got my custom river built, I might try and fix some of the things here. I plan on building a lumber mill right here. Get some log storage, or maybe on this side, somewhere along the river. Build a nice lumber mill so I can get some of those logs cut down. And yeah, those two builds are what I'm planning on. Probably a moss farm too, now that I have the ability to copy my redstone into this world. And who knows, we might even mess around and get a gold farm going so I can start enchanting my tools. I can start healing my tools. Because if you noticed, I finally got my fortune pickaxe. So I was able to get some diamond armor and get things up and running nice and smooth. It has finally come. Time. I got the enchantment. It's time to get some loot. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have fun. Let's go. It would not be a Who's Who episode if I was about to start a recording and it started raining. But I have been building a lot on my creative world. I have several different builds I want to do to increase my little population city I got going on, including the 3 I showed. I got a few more that I'm working on. So I'm going to go chill with one of these guys and do some therapy while the rain passes, and then we'll build this place. The rain stopped. Nice little rainbow. Oh, what? Maybe I knew that was the old feature, the old way that pillagers would hold their hands up. If you're curious, Google it. I don't want my video to get taken down. But while I was sitting there giving Jason some therapy, I got some camels that showed up. And I have my villager trading area working. So I have some emeralds for him. Let's see. Where are you at? Coral, vines, cactus. I have... Do I have cactus? I will be right back. Don't shoot me, please. He still did. That could save me a trip to the desert. That could save me a trip to the desert. That could save me a trip to the desert. No, don't run. He's in therapy. He's getting better. Okay, but don't run back. Crazy. Good. Yep. I speak villager in case you guys are wondering. And just like that, I just told you, please like and subscribe. Let's get this boyo planted on some fresh sand. I have a lot of dirt. I'm going to move out my wood and put it over there. I'm going to do some internal decorating in there and move all of my food. But it is now daytime. The rain has stopped. The tank is clean. And now it's time to build something for my enchantment table. Cue the first time lapse. There's going to be a lot today, so buckle up and let's go. Let me show you real quick. This is where the build's going to take place, but I use Lightmatica, which is kind of why I've downgraded. So I can do load schematic, and this is what it's going to look like. Hopefully when it's done, there's a sneak peek preview. But I can also do this and see what materials I need and how many of each one I'm going to need inside the build to make it look how I have in my creative world. So I can go ahead and grab all of these different things. I'm putting them in a chest right here. And then that's how I kind of get the cool building time lapses to happen. So yeah, that's kind of how Lightmatica works, and that's what I'm doing to beautify my world here. Mid time lapse. I'm building. Really? Where you running, huh? All right, time lapse. We'll continue. I got business to take care of. Oh wait, no, I can't. You guys are safe for now. Run away. Okay, continue time lapse. I just finished my time lapse. They have returned. These guys are not fearful. I tried to scare them off last time. I do not have a gamer boat with me, and it is bedtime. Ooh, that was close. So, here is the build. I cleaned up a little bit in the front. The back still looks a little messy. But here it is. The inspiration, let's go inside real quick. I haven't done any of the insides besides this nice spiral staircase. So I'll do my little fly mod. The inspiration for this came from DeviantArt on Pinterest. The build has a lot of tweaks to it, but they had a art mock-up for like a Dungeons and Dragons tavern and other things. This was one of the builds. So the idea behind this building, I'm going to put some brewing stands and some more storage down here. I've got a little extra place for storage, a little balcony. And we come up here. I really like this design. I haven't seen a lot of people build with it. It's ladders on the side of trapdoors. And I have the 3D, I have the 3D trapdoors thanks to Vanilla Tweaks. So that's why they look all chunky. But you come all the way up to the top, and I get my enchanting table. So if I wanted to, I can do my enchantments up here, and then I have a quick window. I can take a peek out. I imagine in the future. Ooh, wait, I forgot my shaders. I imagine in the future, I'll fly up into this window when I have my elytra, and I'll be able to jump out and come up in here whenever I need to. So that is my first build for today's episode. I was able to get an enchanting room set up. I'm thinking now also I'm going to do all my builds that I have planned for today, and then either at the end of this episode or the beginning of next episode, I'm going to go through and interior design every single one of them and kind of learn how to do it, and then tell you guys how I learned how to do it. But that is our first build for today. Side note, I spent a lot of durability on my shovel, trimming up the sides and the terrain around the back and things like that. And I was really needing some XP. So I either need to go turn in one of those spawners I found to a zombie grinder, a skeleton grinder, or I need to go into the nether and build a gold farm and a piglin bartering farm. I think a bartering farm will be really fun, although I haven't been in the nether much, so I might just settle for a spider or zombie spawner farm. So that way I can heal up my tools, because I've gotten efficiency 5 now on some of them, and they go by really quickly. So yeah, that was my side note. As for my next build, I'm going to get rid of all of my villagers down here. Well, not get rid of them, but I'm going to move my villagers so I can get this functioning as a wool farm. So that way I can get wool ready for the interiors of all these different builds. So I'm going to move my villagers. I'm going to put them inside this mountain here. And the idea is to create this little cozy alcove type cutout, and then it'll have a secret entrance underneath the waterfall, so they'll kind of be connected. So in order to do that, first I'm gonna need to build a bridge. So that's where I'm going right now. Time to get building a bridge. There's that little time lapse for the bridge. So what I kind of started with the bridge, there was an inspiration on Pinterest that I found, and I kind of followed that, obviously with some loose interpretation, so I could twist it a little bit. Primarily made out of spruce. It uses a lot of trapdoors. I threw some campfires in here to give it some elevation changes and make it look kind of worn down as well. But there's my little bridge. And then I did some loose terraforming to make this a gradual slope and then a flat lead up. And I'm going to carve a giant hole in this mountain, and that's where I'm going to house my villagers. Also, if you saw during the time lapse, it rained, because obviously that's just how it has to do. Every single time lapse, it rains. So I got that done. Now time to start carving out this hole. I have also taken a little bit of time to connect up my paths finally to the farmhouse. I dug a small one back to the house here, to the back door. Now everything looks a little bit more connected, and now is the actual time I'm going to start digging that hole. So I've got my little tools set up. I want it to feel like a very crowded forest, and it's kind of plopped in the middle of the forest. So I replanted all these saplings now that I know where the path is going to go. So I'm going to carve this out. I'm planning on using cobbled deep slate for the floor, and then start building with some spruce, maybe some oak on the floor. But we'll see. I'm going to start breaking into this mountain, and then hopefully moving on the villagers over this way so they have a new place to live and I can start farming some wool.
Now that I got that mined out with a bunch of stone, this is my basic concept, my rough draft for my trading hall. I'm going to do something here with an archway or something. Now as the lights adjust, it's going to come in, and each one of these marks a workstation that I'm going to put, so hopefully there'll be a villager behind each one. So I can trade with them. I can switch out the walls with like bookshelves or something to make them fit towards each villager. So I have 5, 10, 15 down here, and then the ability to put 15 up here as well. I might knock the walls back a little further on the sides. Somebody's behind these walls, but I might knock them back a little bit further, and that way I can have a little bit more space up top here. But this is my start to the village trading hall. I might just start moving some of the villagers over here, so that way as I passively am building it, the wool at the sheep farm will start harvesting when I get that up and running. Because right now they're not doing much. So yeah, I gotta find out how to light it. I'm gonna go add in some of the workstations that I typically add and things like that. But just want to check in. I decided to fill in the floor. I'm gonna build a fountain here. I'm not sold on this design, but I've decided I'm gonna go get the villagers in, at least who I have now, and put them in here. And then in order to do that, actually, I'm probably gonna have to mine back here and create a villager breeder. That'll be my like secret entrance place. But for now, I'll do that. But for now, I'm gonna go get all of those villagers. So it's not pretty yet. It's not pretty yet, but this is where the farmer villager is gonna be housed. I'm gonna break off a little bit more back here for his bed and things like that. But this is kind of where he's gonna stay. I'll actually do that right now. I found a cave while I was out mining around. Found some zombie friends that tried to befriend me, I guess. Okay, we got the middle block here. We'll go one more here. Oh, I don't have enough. That's okay. We'll do 1, 2, 3. And we'll kind of do a 3 by 3. Whoops. Spot. I found some unfriendly zombies and friends down in here. But yeah, I'm going to keep my farmer in here to keep it lit up. I'm going to put light sources all along the edges here, and then I'm going to put glass on top. And hopefully that should be enough light to allow for everything to have lighting. I would ideally like to have something like shroom light or glowstone. The sea lanterns would look really nice in there, that white bright light. However, I don't really have access to any of those. So I'm going to go into the nether and see if I can find some shroom light. Doubt it's going to be that easy of a find. So it's probably just going to end up being glowstone or redstone lamps, which I'm okay with right now. I think I am ready to enter the nether. I got some fire resist. Oops. I forgot my lanterns. I got some fire res potions, got some building blocks, hoping to kill some mobs to get some enchantments back or some durability back on my enchanted pickaxe. But let's see. I forget how scary my spawn is. There's some glowstone. I'm probably just gonna run over to the nether fortress. Might kill some withers and see what I can get. Maybe we can get a beacon by the end of the episode. That'd be pretty fun. Okay. I don't like these guys because they're big and scary. Fun fact about slimes and magma slimes. In the code, they're regarded as friendly creatures. So if you go into your audio settings and turn down friendly creatures, you won't hear the sloshiness of the slimes jumping around. Darn it. I probably should have double checked how much I need. Well, it's a 9x9 plot because that's how much a 1 bucket of water can get. So it's 9x9 and it's the perimeter. So it's 10x10. 20 plus 9 plus 9. 38 is how many I need. Quick maths. We're almost there. Oh, okay. Which way was to the Nether Fortress? That way? That looks right. Oh, hi there. Please don't bump me into lava. Whew, whew. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I have been to the Nether Fortress a few times to get Nether Wart and some other stuff. Ouch. You have thorns? Ouch. Okay, so there's like no glowstone or shroomlight in sight. Maybe we go back then. Okay, I'm not going that way. We must continue forward, I guess. I know the fortress is over here. I wonder if there's a either whichever of the tree biomes. Hi, wither skeleton. Because if one of those are nearby, that would be awesome. Okay, maybe I should drink one of my fire res potions. Make sure that wither skeleton's on the other side. No skull. Okay. Man, I gotta be careful with these piglins, because if I get a sweeping edge hit, they'll all get mad at me. Ouch! You came out of nowhere. Ha! Ha! 1 down, 3 to go. Editor Whodinni here. I got pretty distracted and fought for a lot of withers and blazes, but we'll get back to the action right about now. Let's go see how that looks lit up inside of here. Boop, 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 boop. Whoops. Do I have more spruce? I do not. So now my question is, man, that's kind of intense with the shaders on. My question is, if I put water in the hole, is it too dark for these guys in the middle? It might be too dark on this edge because we don't have lights going around this end. So far, it looks like it could work. We'll throw one right in the middle too. Whoops. Okay. And then we won't blind him while he tries to sleep over here. Running low on spruce. Speaking of spruce, actually, while I'm here, going to my flying camera mode. All the way back here, I have planted and started to grow a giant spruce forest. So I might just go harvest that down and keep spreading the love. But for now, let's go finish that house, that little hideaway home, and get our villagers moving. Also, while recording this, I'm realizing that it seems like everything is a tangent. Like right now, I am making a villager breeder so I can move the villagers out. And I'm moving the villagers out so I can move the sheep in. And I'm moving the sheep in so I can get wool for interior designing. It'll all get done eventually, I hope. But for now, we're just going to keep doing one thing after another. We'll do that. Make some beds. 1, 2, 3. We'll get our composter and move our guy in. Boop. Well, I was moving the villagers, and as you can see, it rained, so it's probably a good thing I didn't do a time lapse every time. Let's get this finished. Okay, I'm about 50% or so done with the villager breeder. I'll show you kind of what I've got going on here. Got villagers galore. I'll put signs above them so I can kind of know what I've got. This guy, I'm still working on him because he doesn't have a trade I want just yet. But we've got that. We got our Fletcher down here. Upstairs, I still need to finish remodeling and stuff. We got our 2 villagers. Thanks for giving me the potato. 2 villagers that can breed. When they have a baby, the baby tries to run to the bed. Doesn't make it. Falls down in my little boat. It's already worked. And then once he grows up, we'll infect and cure him, and then we'll bring him out and give him a workstation. So I'm glad to see that's working. That's that basic idea. But now that I'm done with that, I can finally turn this side area into a little cellar, which is going to come down, and I'm going to put sheeps everywhere. Okay, that's going to be good for now. We'll show you the simple redstone for this. So we're going to mine back a block, 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. On the bottom, I guess we'll probably mine an extra 1. We'll put an observer leading into that. Put a redstone dust and a dispenser, on top. And that's it as far as redstone goes. We're going to have to go put in some shears into that, but that is an automatic sheep farm. Loading them up. I almost forgot the collection system. So with this system, the sheep will obviously eat. We'll put this extra one over here. We'll eat the grass, so this has to stay grass blocks. And so in order to get your items collected, I'm going to have to set up a collection system, which I'm just going to do with a single hopper. Well, no, I'll commit the iron and I'll make individual hopper minecarts and set everything up to go to their own double chest. Maybe in these corners I'll add 2 of one color if I'm using a lot of something. Like, for example, white. I'm expecting to use a lot of white. But we'll go ahead and mine all of this out.
And then we'll get some rails in and show how that's going to collect everything. I'm back. Let's go ahead and get this all set up. Where are my hoppers? Oh, I didn't make them. Hoppers. 8. I wanted 9, but that's okay. We'll get our chest. Do I have my trapdoor with me still? No. Put a hopper into it. Oh, that's why. Whoops. Okay. So for the collection systems, we'll get each their individual. We get the chests all in place, and now we're going to need hoppers going into the back of those. Now we're going to need a rail. We'll put a block so nothing wiggles. Just like that. Block, rail. Okay. Now we can begin to fill them up. Now I've got a few in place. I'll go grab some trapdoors so I can trapdoor the top. And we'll get some sheep in here. Now the fun part. Getting some sheep into position. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, we'll start with 3. I'll put it in my offhand. We'll put these down to see if they can funnel themselves down here better. Oh, wait. Trapdoors. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Now I need a temporary block on the sides. We'll come over this way. We'll push 1 into position. He's good to go. Second sheepy. Let's see his hitboxes so I can squeeze you in there better. F3 and B shows hitboxes. And the third sheepy. Cool. Now that I've got them into place, they eat, they get sheared. Oh, I need to put a block on top. It's supposed to fall and then it gets collected. So I can actually break this. Please fall forward. Yes. Okay. Let's break this one. Whoops, not my silk touch. Whoops. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't. Oh, it is. I do have dirt. Okay. There we go. We can go in and fix those. Good thing we're learning. Always learning. Now he has to wait for that grass to replenish. It can replenish from this side, that side. But once it does, he'll get sheared again, which won't do anything. But then the next time it goes around, he'll get sheared and we'll get that sweet wool. And dirt sometimes. Hi, chicken. Now I'm going to move all the other sheeps into the rest of these guys.
Okay. We got all of our sheep. Ooh, it's working. All of our sheep all lined up. We dyed them as well. So this one's for my white wool, my gray. As you can see, it's been running for a minute. So we got some good amount of wool in here. Let's move that white. And we got 2 white wools because I figure I can dye the white other colors. And as I get more colors, I'll put them all in. But yeah, there's my little wool farm. And then that will help me with my interior designing, which is probably going to be in next week's episode. But let's go look at the villagers too. I didn't quite showcase that. So, like I showed, I've got my villagers all along here. What I'm probably going to have to end up doing is taking these guys and putting them here. And then I'm going to change this entire back wall to a giant villager head. That's kind of my idea. Because that way, like I showed last time, when these guys breed, they'll drop down here. Holy cow, they've been going crazy. Oh, and the little poor villager zombie baby. But yeah, it's working pretty well. Holy cow. Okay, I need to stop those guys from breeding, which is actually really simple with this design. You just come up here and go like this. Now when they breed, if they will, let's see, perfect timing. Oh, nope. So one of the villagers down there claims the bed. But when they breed next, the baby will actually be able to walk to the beds and won't fall down. So yeah, that's the idea. So that way I can build a villager head and then I want his mouth to open up to release new villagers as they come out. Because I thought that would be funny. So we kind of ticked off some of the things on today. Check sheep farm. Check villagers. It's still a little unfinished, but we got 2 checks on those. I think that's going to be it for today's episode. And I think in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and finish off those houses that I want and finally get to do that moss farm. And who knows, maybe by then it'll be finished. We'll be able to update to 1.19. We might go try and see some frogs. But the world is my oyster, and we'll see where it takes us. Thanks for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, on this week's episode. Join me again on the next episode of Who is Who? All right. I start with all right every time. Don't say all right.